So ever since I did my Lady Shiva Spotlight video, I have had a lot of people on my social media and a few on YouTube requesting that I do one on Black Canary. Probably because they really enjoyed the storyline where Black Canary convinces Lady Shiva to take her place in Birds of Prey. For a little while anyway. Which, if you've seen my Lady Shiva Spotlight video, which I will link below, you will know that that is hysterical. So I listened, and we're doing it. Hi guys, my name is Maria Park and this is Approach the Nerd, and in this episode we are spotlighting DC Comics' favorite heroine of mine, Black Canary. And her origin story, guys, is so always ever evolving that it is so hard to do all of it. She has been revamped so many times. This video would take forever to not only film but edit, upload, and watch. So I'm leaving some things out, and I'm gonna list some of them here because I don't want people to think that I'm not putting all of her information in. It's just too much. So basically, I'm not gonna be talking about her adopted daughter, Sin. I'm not going to be talking about Lady Shiva. You can watch the video of her, which I'll link below, about their interaction. There is a little snippet of it in that video. I'm not going to talk about any of the comics that she's involved with, like The Darkest Night, The Brightest Day, which she was instrumental in. Anything Flashpoint, it would take forever. Her roller coaster relationship with Oliver Queen, aka Green Lantern, I'm not going to talk about. It's just what it is. Like, I can't put it all in because there's just too much. So I love you guys and I'm sorry, but I will basically be focusing like purely on Golden Age to pre-Crisis on Infinite Earth, post-Crisis on Infinite Earth, her joining the Birds of Prey, and of course the New 52. I feel like that might be the best way of just giving you a taste of Black Canary and what she is all about, because she is a very cool character. So let's stop my rambling and get right to it. The Golden Age Black Canary was Dinah Drake. She was created by writer Robert Kanigher and artist Carmine Infantino in 1947. Carmine based her design on his version of an ideal woman. She is a natural brunette and would don a blonde wig while she was Canary. She would later start bleaching her hair. Her first appearance was in Flash Comics issue 86 as a villain, which eventually would lead Dinah to getting her own comic beginning in Flash Comics issue 92, due to her popularity in the 1950s. She would later be reinvented in the mid-1960s as a florist who was married to a police officer named Larry Lance on what we now know as Earth 2, so cue the multiverse. This is also where Dinah first acquires her Canary Cry. We learn more about her origin story in Secret Origins issue 50, where Dinah's father, Detective Robert Drake, trained her to follow in his footsteps and join the Gotham City police force. Unfortunately, Dinah is turned down, and her father then dies shortly after that. This is why Dinah becomes a crime fighter and joins the Justice Society of America, in the hopes of honoring her father's wishes for her. Now, Black Canary has gone through many changes and identities over the years, and after the death of her husband, Dinah decided to leave her role behind in favor of Earth 1, where she eventually joins the Justice League of America. In the early 80s, a new Justice League of America backstory was provided for Dinah in issues 219 and 220 of the series. Her sonic scream ability and eternal youth were both explained to be the result of a villain called the Wizard casting a spell on Dinah and Larry's daughter, Dinah Laurel Lance. When Johnny Thunder was unable to cure their daughter, she was kept in suspended animation on Thunder's Earth, and Dinah and Larry's memories were manipulated into believing that their daughter had died. It wouldn't be until Dinah would later find out she was dying from cancer that she would learn the truth about her daughter. And this would also lead to Thunderbolt and Superman transferring all of Dinah's memories into her daughter's body, making Dinah Laurel Lance the new Black Canary. This is pretty different to how Laurel was portrayed in the Arrowverse, but then again, most things were very different in that series, like Felicity. Anyway, another interesting side note on this is that both mother and daughter had a thing for Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow, which honestly, guys, still makes me cringe even today. Also during Crisis, there was a series called Green Arrow: The Longbow Hunters, where Dinah was captured and tortured, resulting in her no longer being able to have children and losing her trademark Canary Cry. Her relationship with Arrow fell apart, and of course, her character development was stunted, which led to her solo book being canceled by DC. Oh, the refrigerator girl days. Now, post-crisis, everything that we knew about Dinah Drake and her daughter was rebooted, so no mind transferring. Instead, Dinah inherits the Black Canary mantle from her mother, Dinah Drake Lance. In this version, Dinah has her own Canary Cry and has a relationship with all of her mother's former JSA members, who all support her in carrying out her mother's crime-fighting mission. In the 1990s, after Joker paralyzes Batwoman, aka Barbara Gordon, she becomes Oracle and recruits Dinah into being an operative for an all-female crime-fighting team known as the Birds of Prey, where Dinah stays on a rotating basis, until she's revamped again in the New 52. Now in the New 52 storyline, Dinah Drake is still the Black Canary, but this time she's married to her Team 7 partner, Kurt Lance. In this universe, Dinah was an orphan who was taken in by a man named Desmond Lamar, an ex-Special Forces agent who ran a local martial arts dojo. After he died of brain cancer, Dinah inherits the dojo from him. Now, a lot happens in this story, like her dojo being burned down, becoming roomies with Barbara Gordon, and also becoming the lead singer of a band called Ashes on Sunday. Her Canary Cry in this reboot is due to experimentation performed on Team 7 by Amanda Waller and her scientists. Black Canary has been incorporated in many versions of media, like animation, video games, and of course live action. Everything from Batman, The Brave and the Bold, and Young Justice, to the latest live-action Birds of Prey movie where she was portrayed by Journey Smollett-Bell. In 2008, Smallville introduced Black Canary, who was played by Elena Huffman, as an assassin who was recruited to be in the Justice League by Green Arrow. She was also reinvented for the 2002 television series Birds of Prey, the show I actually kind of liked, where she was Dinah Redmond, portrayed by Rachel Skartskin, who, if you recognize the name and the face, it's because she also plays Alice currently in the CW Arrowverse show Batwoman. In the series, her mother, Caroline Lance, was the original Black Canary, and had the Canary Cry. But Dinah Redmond, whose original name is Dinah Lance, has telepathic and telekinetic abilities in the series. We don't really know what happens after that since they only got one season, but yeah, Black Canary was pretty cool, even in that series. Now, Dinah's Canary Cry allows her to create ultrasonic vibrations whenever she screams, allowing her to severely damage and even destroy both organic and inorganic objects. In the comics, it's said that her ability basically is stronger than the most powerful sonic weapons that have ever been introduced in the DC universe. In the New 52, her Canary Cry now gives her the ability to glide and propel herself across long distances by screaming downwards. Kind of similar to Banshee and Siren in Marvel. This is probably why when Black Canary is kidnapped, the first thing they always do is bind her mouth. As for her combat skills, or fighting skills, Dinah is a prodigy in hand-to-hand combat. She's mastered forms from capoeira and boxing to hapkido, judo, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, krav maga, muay thai, and wing chun. She's also been trained by some of DC Comics' top-tier elite fighters like Lady Shiva, Cassandra Cain, Wildcat, and even Wonder Woman. And she has the distinct honor of having bested Batman in hand-to-hand combat from time to time. So yeah, guys, Black Canary is no joke. And there you go. Our spotlight video on everybody's favorite sonic screaming heroine of DC Comics, Black Canary. And in my opinion, still one of the most underrated characters in the DC universe. But that is my opinion. I would love to know what you think, so please leave me a comment below and let me know. And if you would like to sign up for jury duty, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to know who's next on the Nerd Ballot, hit the notification bell. Until next time, I can't wait for you to approach the nerd. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, but hey, the party doesn't have to stop now. Click on one of these videos and keep it going.